Hi guys, this is Chip from my new channel. I've decided to dedicate this channel to technical stuff, to PlayStation and Xbox, and also TV, and that's why I have called it the Box Play Loop, right? So for my first big one here, if you don't know me, I have autism and learning difficulties. I have a service dog called Guardian. You can check it up on Chip and Guardian's channel. But this one especially for the Xbox, the PlayStation, and I have autism and learning difficulties, and I think a bit different. So this one is an idea that I was looking online for to see if any other YouTuber would be talking about this, but they haven't, so I think I'm the first. I've looked everywhere for it. So, you know how we've now got the PlayStation 5 and the Xbox. I play both because I like some games that the Xbox got, and also like the PlayStation 5's got. I like Game Pass, and I like Plus and PS Now. I love all the games, God of War and stuff like that, so therefore I have to use both consoles. I'm also a PC gamer. I'm a World of Warcraft. I have been since right from the beginning. Before even World of Warcraft come out to the public, I was chosen to do some tests and like see how autistic people can do World of Warcraft, give them feedback and stuff like that, which I have been doing all these years. So I also do PC, and I heard that the Xbox. Now, for you that know me, I've had PlayStation 4 Pro, I've had PlayStations ever since they've come out, but I've never had an Xbox. Reason being is, it's never given me enough incentive to go out and buy one for the prices until now, right? It's like a gaming PC. I love The Witcher 3. I love The Witcher. I'm hoping eventually they bring World of Warcraft. They've done a movie. They've done PC version. I'm hoping that maybe they'll put it onto Xbox. But let's get onto the subject. Right, so this subject that I'm going to talk about is about how expensive the memory SSD cards are, and how expensive, I mean, £219 or $220 or whatever it is, wherever you're from, is a bit much for one TB. I mean, it's a bit much. And also, God knows how much it's going to cost to upgrade the PlayStation 5 to 1 TB. Who knows? But all I know, it's going to be expensive, right? And a lot of us have just spent everything we've got on the PlayStation 5 if we're lucky enough to get one. As I said, I've been in and out of hospital because, unfortunately, I got sick looking for the PlayStation 5 and the Xbox. I got exhausted. I stopped eating and drinking. I was just 24 hours watching. I was tweeting. I forgot the major things to eat and drink. I had bowel disease, so of course it hit me hard. I got up one day and went down, so now I have to go for biopsies and stuff. So it's been a hard journey. If you go on my other channel, you'll see the journey up to how I got the PlayStation 5 and the Xbox Series X, and how for 4 months it's been very difficult, and I became very sick, underweight and very sick, and now I'm struggling, but I finally got it. I got the digital and the Xbox. I'm just going to show you my setup. So there she is in all her glory, and I'm sorry, but they still look like licorice all sorts to me. If you look at the licorice all sorts, you'll see, right? there's my Pro 4. I'm still using it, and I'll tell you why. And there's my computer. There's my setup that you guys will see me talking on. There's my VR. Hopefully the new coming out soon. Maybe 2000, maybe for Christmas. The end of 2021 for Christmas or something like that. That'll be good to review. Right. So here's my thing. The PS5 and the Xbox Series X games, most of them that have been just specially done for them consoles, are actually huge. And as you know, if you download them, you can't download anything else. And I've seen online how people say, download all the free ones to your library, but you don't have to download them to your PC. But then, at any time, they could take it off you, right? And if you've got the digital like me, you're not going to be able to put a disc in, right? Or are you? Get ready. So, I get to the PlayStation 5 and the Xbox, and I set up the Xbox first, and it says, please download your data from your Xbox One or Xbox S. I was like, but I don't have one. So I went in and set everything up, and I was looking and I was thinking to myself, if I download the games that the Xbox One and X, it's backwards compatible right back to the 360. But however, when they upscale it and upgrade it, it's going to put a lot more, how can I put it, it's going to take a lot more space. And then I have to delete it to do another big one. Like Halo. At the minute, I'm playing Halo Master Chief. I will talk more about the games that I'm playing and what I think. So then I got a few weeks later, I managed to bag, before I collapsed, the PlayStation 5 digital. I've always wanted the digital version, right? Why? Because I think things are going to start to go digital, and I want to be ready. I don't want to be spending too much money changing my consoles. And I've heard at the minute, I will be getting a disc, but at the minute, the disc one's causing a lot of concerns with noise and stuff like that. And now they're talking about the pads and stuff like that. So the digital version for me was, only reason was because too many people were saying that it was crashing, and you put a disc in, backwards compatible disc, and it crashes or makes a loud noise. Or there's only a few that said nothing's happened to theirs yet and they haven't sent it off. A lot of people have sent it off in the UK and America and other places as well. So that's why I got the digital. And they haven't made much of them, so there's something not right there. Why they're not making a lot more, maybe they don't want as many people on the digital at the moment, because maybe the upgrade to the Pro or to the Slim might be digital, and they can charge a bit more money because they're going to put maybe that's why they're stopping us getting the memory cards at the minute and stuff, and the SSD cards and stuff. Maybe. You don't know. We don't know how they think. I don't anyway, right? You can guess, but I don't. Then it said, when I set it up, again it said, change over your data. So I went on YouTube, because I can't read. I went on YouTube, and I'm word and number blind, by the way. So I went on YouTube to look on how you do that, how you change it on the Xbox One and your PlayStation 5. How do you get your PlayStation Pro information onto there? And then it says, download your games. Now, some of my games I've brought is digital, right? But it not only let me download the digital, but it was also let me download the disc. And I was like, hold on a minute. How are you letting me download the disc? There's no disc. If I download the disc data, then it won't work unless I put the disc in to finish it off or whatever it does. So I went online again to look. Nowhere. Went on Google. Nowhere. I actually contact PlayStation and Microsoft, And they come back and said, no one's ever asked us that before. So I tried it, and it worked. So here's my thing. You've got a PlayStation 3, 4, especially 4 or Pro or Slim, right? Or you've got an Xbox X or Series S, right? And they're like, what, 2 GB, 1 GB, whatever it is. That's extra storage. So then you look at the film, like the Blu-rays, and they're like 70-odd quid, £76, £75, but yet you go into different shops and they all do different prices, right? So then I was saying to myself, hold on a minute, I wanted to get Valhalla and Horizon and stuff like that, but £70 each is very expensive for someone like me. So, and yeah, I could pick it up for like £35, £40 for the PlayStation 4. Right? Then, I also saw on the Xbox, they were putting, this is an Xbox One disc, but it has Xbox X on it, an S. So it can play on that. So I found out more, and apparently you get free upgrades to PlayStation 5, right? When you go on it, and you get free upgrades from Xbox. So I brought the Valhalla one for the Xbox because it's disc, the Xbox Series X, and because it plays Xbox One, just hold on and I'll show you what I'm talking about here. Because I never had an Xbox One, remember? So put your head on. Right. So I went out and found this for £35. Can you see it? And I know it's upside down, but apparently it says for the Xbox One and Series X. And there's loads of them like that. So I was thinking, hold on a minute. The download on this is a lot of space, right? However, if I download it to the Xbox One and then transfer the data over to the Xbox Series X and S, that way I can still play the game, and instead of deleting it and waiting to re-download it, I just transfer the data over and then delete it from my Xbox Series X. So I've still got it in my Xbox Series 1, but I don't have to delete the whole thing. So when I changed the date, I calculated it. So I deleted it and then retried to download it, and it took 25 minutes from scratch. Then I put it onto the Xbox One, then changed the data to the Xbox Series X, and it downloaded within 3 minutes. Then I deleted it off the Xbox Series X and just kept it on my Xbox One, because you don't play your Xbox One because you've got your Series X at the minute. These are for people who've got the consoles, right? And if you, in the future, before you go and buy the 1 GB, because there's going to be loads out, and they're gonna put a load of memory out on the SSD cards out on the PlayStation 5 as well. But in the meantime, why spend your money when you can save, and then you can get a really good, say 2-3 TB bytes, right, of SSD. So I then deleted it off my Xbox Series X and left it on the one, and it upscaled. So every time I transferred the data to play the game back over, it took 2.5 minutes. You check, it might take 3, depending on your download speed. I did it through Wi-Fi. I didn't put the Ethernet cable in. It could be faster. That's up to you to check, right? So this is what I did. Then I started to realise that I could store a lot more on the other console, my PlayStation 4 Pro. So this now says, doesn't say PlayStation 4, this says only for PlayStation. Right? So I thought, well, if it's only for PlayStation and it's a PlayStation 4 game, would it do on the disc? And then I thought, well, I ain't got the disc. Well, I don't need the disc. So what I can do is, I put it on my Pro, then I download the information, the data, onto my digital. Then what I do is I get in touch with PlayStation, Sony, and I say to them, I've got a copy, but I've got I've got a copy for the PlayStation 4 Pro, but I've got the disc version, the digital version on there. Could I just pay for the digital upgrade rather than paying for the whole thing? Because I've already brought it, I already own the data on this, right? And it's backwards compatible with the PlayStation 5. It doesn't say it's backwards compatible with just the PlayStation 5 disc. It says it's backward for all of it. So they turned around and said, hold on, nobody's asked us that, of course, and gone off and talked. And says, yes, we can do that. Because you own it, if you give us the number, which I'm not going to give you at the back, what we can do is upgrade it to a digital. So I only then paid half the price to do it digitally. So then what happened was I deleted it out of my digital, but kept it on my PlayStation 4 Pro. Because it already had the disc information on it, when I put it back in, I downloaded the data back onto my PlayStation 5, and boom, there it was, ready to play. I don't care which was the fastest or slowest before you're all out there, well, which was the fastest, which was the best, which did it play on, because this hasn't got it on the Xbox. That does, but I've not yet to pick up the PlayStation 4 Pro version. I had a choice with this one and that one, and I wanted to try two different ones. So there you go, guys. Instead of spending all your money on trying to get like 4 TBs for like £100, £99 that you can't afford because A, either you still haven't got your console and you're trying to save for it, or B, you've already got a last gen console. So why not use it? Why not use it as your drive for now to keep your stores? And also, when new things come up, because it's transferred to the new, from the old ones to the new ones, and you get free upgrades to your PlayStation or Xbox Series X or your PlayStation 5, you can then buy the last gen versions, the cheaper versions, and then download it onto your, and they will upgrade it for free, absolutely for free. It's for free to upgrade it to 5. So why pay £70 for this when you can pay way lower to play it on the Xbox Series 1 with a free upgrade? See? Free upgrade. Why? Why would you do that? Why not get them? Then that way, once you finish playing them, you want to get rid of them. You've not spent all that money, right? You could start looking at other ones as well, other big name ones, because they said they're bringing them out on the PlayStation 5 and the Xbox One, as well as the Xbox Series X. So why would you pay £70, £80 for the new games when you can pick the compatible one of the Xbox One that can be converted for free, absolutely free, to the Xbox Series X or S? Why would you do that? You would buy this first, wouldn't you? Because if you don't like the game, or you've played the game, you beat it, but it was too easy or too hard or whatever it was, you can always swap it. Whereas if you've just got the Xbox Series X upgrade or the PlayStation 5 upgrade, why would you do that when you got backwards compatibility with free upgrades? Now, eventually, the PlayStation and Xbox are going to figure it out, that we're using our old gens that has a bigger SSD memory. We're going to use them, and eventually they will stop it, of course, because it's costing them money. But for you guys, at the moment, we've just spent a lot of money getting our consoles, getting it set up, all the headphones. I've got the headphones, you got the headphones, everything else. It's costing a fortune. So why buy the upgrade for £70 when you can buy it for cheap? I mean, I picked that up for 15 quid. And the digital remaster version is going to come out on the PlayStation 4 with the free upgrade to the PlayStation 5. So like I said, use your last gen consoles as your library and then download the data onto your new consoles. It will then ask you, would you like the upgrade for free to the PlayStation 5, which you or Xbox Series X, which you say, yes, of course, of course. You've just got it for 70 quid. I've just got it for £35, £14.99. Of course I want it upgraded to PlayStation. So you have exactly the same games, you're playing exactly the same rate as your friends are, and you've saved your pocket money. Give it a try. What have you got to lose? Right? Okay, so you're saying, yeah, but the PlayStation 5 and the Xbox Series X games will be exclusive, blah, blah, blah. Yes, of course. Eventually pick them up when they go down in price. Just for the Xbox, just for the PlayStation 5. When they go down. Because they will eventually go down. Why spend money you haven't got in the middle of a pandemic when you don't know whether you're going to go to school tomorrow, whether your jobs are still there, whether we're going to be alive? Why spend money when you can do it this way? Why buy? Look, the Xbox Series X costs just under 500 quid, right? Then they want you to pay 219 just for one TB byte. One for that price. And in the future there's going to be 30. When you've already paid that, double that maybe even, to get your Xbox One and your PlayStation 4 Pro or Slim or normal, that's already got the upgrades on it. Why go through all that faffing of trying to upgrade, trying to find a device that works, trying to do that when it already works? Your PlayStation 4 Pro, 4 or Slim, or your Xbox One or One S, they're already there. You've already got them. There's your storage. Use them as your storage. Let me show you, right? 7 years I've had. It's a 7 or 4 years. I can't remember. Look how good I've kept it. Look. Can you see? It looks still brand new, doesn't it? Why? Because I keep the dust off it. I dust it every day. Of course, you know, it's a special thing, you know. It helps me through a lot of depression. Helps me through panic attacks. It helps me talk to people because I can't talk to strangers very well. This is why I'm doing YouTube channels, to get my confidence up, blah, 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 blah. Use your last gen to add more memory to your next gen. Go for the conversions and then do the upgrades on your next gen, and use your old consoles to use it as a library and download them all. Don't forget, when you're downloading the free games, you're downloading them digitally. So remember that. You are downloading them digitally. When they put the free games on, they don't say, here, you can have a one of these or one of these, do they? They say, no, you download the free games. This is why they haven't Game Pass and that. They're making everything digital. Soon enough, you won't see these no more. It'll all be digital. And then they'll start doing prices and price wars and stuff. Because everyone's going, oh no, if it goes digital, that's it. They're going to put so high prices on that they're going to put so high prices on that it's going to cost us a fortune. And we haven't got the physical, so we don't own it. They could take it away at every time. There'll be laws in place. There'll be things in place. There'll also be a war. So it'll be like, most of the stuff, like say Van Halen goes on PlayStation 5 and Xbox, right? Series X. So there'll be a war on how cheap they can sell it for digitally. When everything goes digital, that's what's going to happen. There's going to be sales. There's going to be things like that, right? So that's why you're already 90% digital. When you download all them games, yes, you've brought yourself some solid games, I get that, but most of them, if you look, that you've played is digital or it's streamed. So you're already in the mindset and you're already in a comfortable position. Oh, I like that game on Game Pass, so I'm just going to download it, but you've just done a digital copy. Oh, I like that on PlayStation 4 Pro, you've just done a digital copy. So if you're worried, well, should I get a digital PlayStation 5 or a disc? It don't matter. Eventually, you've already started without you knowing your library of digital games already. So it doesn't really matter. Just get your hands on whatever you can. Because in the future, when there's more of them and you walk into the shop, then you can get the one you want and maybe gift your one away or keep it or whatever you want to do with it. You know what I mean? But we're already digitalising everything. They've already been doing it for quite a couple of years now. So don't worry, don't panic. If you get a digital, so what? You're going to get the same games. You're going to get the same deals eventually. But the last gen is the way to go to collect your physical copies. That's why they're not made many, guys. Listen, right? The reason why they've not made many, everyone's going on about these, but every time like a console is like a new console comes out, there's always exclusives, right? But if they make a load of physical exclusives, it keeps the exclusives going for longer physically. When most people, including yourselves, the ones that don't think you're doing it, when you're playing on the Plus or the Game Pass, or you're downloading digitals and you're streaming on cloud. So really, are you 1000% of car copies? And maybe this is why they haven't, that Xbox and that is very clever. Because maybe that's why Xbox at the minute hasn't done exclusives. Maybe they want to do exclusives for the Game Pass because they don't want to waste money or time giving it to third parties when they think, oh, hold on a minute. I mean, think about it, guys, right? On the, let's take the Xbox. On the Xbox Pass, Game Pass, right? They have, where they're saying, when it comes out, their exclusives, they're going to put it on the Game Pass so you can download it free. Why do you think they're doing that? They're doing that to steer you away from buying hard copies, aren't they? Because what would you do? Go out and pay £70 for a game, or would you download it free on Game Pass? Because you've already paid for it. They're getting us into digital and they want to do it quick. They want to stop making these. One, for the environment, because of all the plastic and everything, because everything's plastic on these. But two, it's quicker. They can just do the game, put it onto their Game Pass or their Pass Plus or whatever anyone's doing, and boom, it's on there, ready for the consumer. The consumer's got it sitting in their seat, 2 o'clock in the morning it comes out, and oh look, I'm playing a game in 10 minutes. because I've just downloaded it for free. Do you know what I'm saying? So they are convincing you very much to do this. Okay? It's all people thinking, oh, why haven't they done an exclusive? What's happening? It's because their exclusives are on... Their exclusives... Their exclusives... Sorry about that. That's not music or anything. That's just a film. Please don't strike me out. It's not anything like music or anything. It's just a film. Someone's left the door open. Right. So they're putting the exclusives on the pass. The gold. They're putting the exclusives. That's why they wanted to put the money up. That's what Microsoft wanted to do. Well, if we're going to spend money on people downloading games for free first, and then they're going to buy it, we're going to have to try and make the money back. And they panicked, so they put it up in price quickly. But they did it wrong, because anyone knows you don't have a routine. You don't slowly put humans in a position where they're used to it. You ain't going to get nowhere. They'll shut down. Just like an autistic person like me. If you tell me, plan something and then throw it in my face, I have to do it, I will shut down. I won't do it. I can't do it. It has to be a gradual thing. If like, something breaks, like, silly as it may be, but the PlayStation 5, I'm still playing on my Pro because it's a new system and I'm not used to it. So I need to feel, I get panicky. So I need to feel familiar. So what's happening is, without you guys knowing it, they've already started getting you to download digitally. Look carefully of what you've got. All your free games are all digital. All your free games that you get off Game Pass and you get off them are all digital. So all you guys sitting there going, do I get a disc? Do I get do I get a digital? Like, if I go for the digital now, will I regret it? What if I can't get the disc later on? Don't panic. Just get yourself the PlayStation 5. Just get it. Just get the PlayStation 5. It doesn't matter whether it's disc or digital, just get it. Because you've got the PlayStation 4. You've got the last gen. Same with the Xbox Series X or S. You know, if you can't afford the Xbox yet, then wait. Get the Series S for now and play on it. Because you've got your memory. You've already got your digital games downloaded anyway on your last gen. They upgrade for free. So let's hear. 1, get the Xbox One or the PlayStation 4 game and then upgrade it by using your last gen to put in the data. 2, it's cheaper to buy it this way than it is that way. 3, you don't have to go out and find a memory and think, oh, I've got to keep deleting and keep downloading and keep deleting. You can use your last gen memories and just convert the data in the game that you want to play on your new gen, and it will ask you if you want to upgrade it, which you do, and you can still play the now gen games, but you've paid the prices of last gen. And 4, you're welcome. So leave comments down below. Tell me what you think of my new channel. We will be chatting about games. We'll be chatting about all the up and coming tech. We'll be talking about DVDs, and I've got over 2,500 DVDs of you wouldn't believe what I've got. I've got 60s, 70s, 80s, and even 40s, I think, and sometimes 30s. Box sets of TV shows and stuff like that. We can discuss Netflix, we can discuss your health, we can discuss anything on this channel you like, right? I will start once everybody's got their PlayStation 5 and we're starting all to get into it all and that, we can chat about things that you want to chat about, and my stream will be running the show. So once I start going live on this channel, you'll be able to run the show. You'll be able to ask me questions and stuff like that. All I ask you to do is be very mindful of people's emotions, and also be very mindful of your mouth. Remember, I can't read. So if you're trying to troll me, or my care workers will not, and I repeat, not tell me about anyone who's being bad and trolling, so I won't see it. So it'll be a waste of time trying to be your warrior selves, your keyboard warriors, whatever you want to call yourselves, and sit there going, oh, blah, 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 you're autistic, you're retarded, and all this. Say what you like, because I can't read it. All you're going to do is upset other people on the stream. And for other people, ignore them, because they're not worth it. So if you want to come trolling on this channel, don't bother, because, like I said, they're not going to tell me, and I can't read. So, for all you lot who don't and want to know more, there's also the Nomad Asian. He's really good. MSTV, they're really good. Follow them. Follow their Twitter accounts. Follow PS5 Twitter accounts. Just look, guys. Follow. Don't look. It doesn't matter if you hate the person. That's what they're doing and stuff like that. Follow the best people, yeah, that you can follow to get yourself whatever console you need, right? I was looking at people from America to find the consoles as well, because I noticed when Best Buy and everything started dropping over there, they were dropping over here. And then I started figuring out, so what I want you guys to do is look carefully at things like Walmart, Best Buy, see when their drops was, see what time their drops are, and then look at our in the UK ones. And if you look carefully, you'll start to figure out which American version is the opposite to the English version. So like, say, is Argos Walmart, or is Argos Target, or could Target be Currys, or could Target be like actually Game? Is GameStop like Tesco's, or is Walmart Tesco's, or Asda's, or because they sell clothes and they sell, like I said, I was looking at it, and every time in America dropped, we dropped, right? But it was always the counterpart. It was almost like, I think it was an accident, and I've actually seen it when it's just an accident, it's just a coincidence. But it's a pretty damn good one to watch. And have a look, and then leave down below what you think is the equivalent. So, what you think the equivalent of Game is. Is it, could it be Walmart? Could it be Target as Game? Could Toys R Us be, what's the Toys R Us equivalent in America? If we've got any American people here, you tell us what you think. Find out what our Argos does and that, and then tell us. Which ones drop at night? Which ones drop during the day? Which ones are silly? Which ones, because some are hard to get hold of, like Coles and stuff like that. See, Coles to me is, it reminds me so much of Asda's. It's weird. Just check on it anyway. But this is what the streams are going to be. They're going to be thinking out the boxes, right? We're going to be talking about games and everything, but also about spirit boxes, stuff like that as well. If you look on my other channel, I've done a bit about it, of what I do. I will reveal more eventually, but at the minute I just want to start a new channel on this channel, especially to do with techs and the DVDs, and much more of chatting and talking, and let's get a community going of good people that just want a good time, just want to say what they want to say, be who they want to be, and not have any judgment. And if you're living in that kind of world, good luck, because in my world it's not like that. But we're going to try. Okay? So, and like I said, I won't be streaming on anywhere near where others stream, because I want to support my other fellow YouTubers in the UK. I don't want to hinder them. I don't want a competition against them. I'm not a competition, okay? I want to be a part of a growth of, I've joined all their channels. I will talk about their channels on my channel, and bid them up and stuff like that if they're good. Like the Gab24, like the Nomad Asian, like people like that, and I will try and look out for our community, because that's what we are. We are a community. We're not out, oh, my channel's better than your channel. I want it to be where they say, oh, Chip channel's really cool, she's not against us or anything, actually she's helping our channel, we'll all work together. It's not a competition. We all want to work together because we all love the same things. We all love games. We all love watching movies. We're human beings. We all feel. We all cry. We all have tantrums. We all feel stressed. We all lose our jobs. We all lose our partners. We all have someone that's died, our loved ones. We've all gone through an illness. We're all fighting God knows what. Right? So why not get together, and why not, whatever advantage we can get as human beings to bring each other up, why not do that? Yeah. So I hope this helped you anyway. And remember, your last gen console and this gen console work together really well. So you don't have to run out and get things and buy these games, get them upgraded when you download them onto your next gen. If you're worried about should I get disc or this, at this moment in time, as long as you get your PlayStation 5, does it really matter? Because like I said, all your free games, all your games on Game Pass, everything else is all digital. So does it really matter? As long as you get one, so you can start playing. And by the way, Astro Playroom, I haven't downloaded it yet or done it because I don't want no spoilers for my people. I want to be able to sit there and for them to tell me, oh, guess what, I went into Astro and I found this and I found that, and we can discuss it when everyone's got one. So I hope you're going to start to enjoy this channel. I hope to grow this channel. If you really like this channel or the content in it, what I've just told you, please leave a like and subscribe. If you'd like to make more content, don't forget to press the bell and make sure you've got all the notifications up. Go on to my new Twitter account and play boxloop.com. If you can't do that, go through the Chip and Guardian app. Come over to us and see me and Guardian on our adventures. Eventually, once the lockdown stops, we will start going back into hospitals and that we'll start making our videos again. But till then, stay safe. Remember that love is the way forward for everybody. Love, compassion, okay? And patience. And just remember, we're all out there fighting everything from pain and that. We all feel pain. We all hurt. We've all lost someone. We've all been hurt somewhere along the line from our childhoods, no matter what it is. So just remember, stay together. Let's build this community up. And I hope to see you with many, 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 many more crazy ideas. So from me, keep gaming.